All right, what's up, guys? How you doing, Peter? What's up, Pete? What's up, Web Searcher? Surprise Zap is continuing higher, man. This is crazy. Zap is going nuts. Last week it was $1.80 a share. This morning we topped out at $15.65. Absolute bonkers here on ZAPP. It was a little choppy yesterday. I did try to trade this one, but I think I finished that one break even. I was really looking for that continuation here through the high. We did get the nice red to green, but we didn't get any continuation here until later in the day. We had a little break of pre-market high, and then it got real choppy again. Real choppy. Look at this, man. Crazy. Tough to trade, man. Tough to trade. This is not an easy stock. Definitely not easy. What do we got this morning? Let's take a look here at the scans. All right, we have SNGX up 250%. Jesus, this one looks like a micro float. SNGX. Wow. It's a crazy one again here. $2 all the way up to $7.40. Gotta have news on this. Let's see. Company announces high-bright treatment results in early stage cutaneous T-cell lymphoma. Trading high after company announced interim results for extended high-bright treatment in early stage CTCL patients. I guess it's pretty good catalyst. Market seems to be reacting well to it, so that's kind of all we need to know. And as far as the daily chart, we've traded this stock before. Definitely had a series of reverse splits since now the float is less than 1 million. So SNGX float is actually no, it's not less than 1 million. It's 1.4 million. Still very, very small. Still very, very small. Our levels here are going to be interesting. I'd say we have a level here at 9. Perhaps. Where did we top out today? 740. All right, so SNGX looking a bit extended here. Let's check out the 5-minute chart. Yeah, I'd say we're a bit extended. Definitely going to want to see a 5-minute consolidation or a 5-minute pullback at some point. Next gapper here, PEGY. PEGY. This one does have news. Trading higher to company engage Conduit Capital to provide structural internal support, staffing, and assistance with capital raising activities. It does have news, although doesn't seem that groundbreaking. Does not seem that groundbreaking. If we can get back over VWAP, I would take a look at it. LB got in SNGX at 361. Let's take a look. Where's 361? All the way down here. Man, nice entry, man. Very nice entry. Very nice. So you've been holding for a good maybe hour and a half or so. Good job, man. You're up about 100%. That's crazy. All right, QURE. Trading higher, the company announced interim data update and demonstrating the slowing of disease progression in its phase 1-2 trials of AMT-130 for Huntington's disease. Not terrible catalyst. Volume profile. Not bad. Float. QURE. 47 million. So 47 million share float for a $5 stock. That's pretty high. It's quite high. Peggy, PEGY, 7 million float. It's a tough gap scan that we got today. I have a feeling SNGX is gonna have a wide spread. I don't know, it just looks like it. Right now, it's not terrible. Let me pull up Dash Trader. Yesterday was a small red day, down about, after fees, probably down about 200. VRPX was the main culprit. I did try to take the halt resumption trade, and while it does look like it worked, when I went to trade it, my fills are just all over the place. I hit the buy button and I sold. I hit the trade, but it was a massive loss. I don't get it. I hit the trade on the dip for the buy and I sold on the pop, but my fills were saying that I was red. So sometimes that happens. I guess there just wasn't enough liquidity for me to get out up here, so that it filled me all the way down here. I don't know. I don't really know what happened. It was just like the fill. Ended up losing like $200. And I was like, you know what? Fuck this. What a mess. Yesterday was a mess. Yeah, SNGX should probably be spready and jumpy. It's up over 100%. Not a fan. Yeah, it's what I'm kind of anticipating. It's already made such a big move that maybe there's, the upside potential is starting to get more and more limited because we haven't been seeing any crazy moves. I mean, if we've been seeing 1,000% moves, then I'd be like, all right, yeah, SNGX, this is going to have a nice another leg, but we haven't been seeing that. So that's why I think it may be a little bit choppy at the open. What's up, Drew? What's up, Trap Trader? What? Wait. Oh, okay. I thought that was a 0. Never mind. Yeah, so spread here on SNGX is about 1 to 3 cents, which isn't terrible. For a $7 stock, it's not terrible. But at the open, when it gets more volatile, it might widen up a little bit. It's been a rough start to the month, that's for sure. Definitely not a strong start, for me at least, in July as it was in the previous 6 months. I think I'm sitting maybe around break even on the month, maybe small green. I haven't really had any crazy days yet, any big days in July. It feels like we're just getting to that dead summer kind of action. And sometimes that dead summer kind of action is just is very weak. But here I am, still looking at a 200% move while I say that. So I guess it's, you know, there's opportunity. It's just not in the area where I'm expecting. Yeah, summer is here. QURE kind of having this little wedge here, curling back up. Maybe we can see a break back over to pivot of 552. The only thing wrong with this one is that the float is really big, so it's going to need a crap ton of volume. I'll trade it. I'll definitely trade it if there's volume. But because the float's so big, you need more volume to account for the larger float to make a similarly bigger move. Cash Mash wants to see a recap. Yeah, I can do a recap if there's something nice to recap. Yeah, I can do a recap. We gotta see a move though. We gotta see a move. And I don't like to recap when I'm either small red or small green. I only like to recap if I'm like a big red day, or a decent sized red day, or a decent sized or big green day. Otherwise, it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't like to, I just don't like to recap like, oh, made 50 bucks today, scratch trade. I like to recap the outlier days. That's what I'm trying to say. I've done so many recaps. I think I'm on like almost 600 videos or something like that. I have recaps from like 4 years ago. You can see my recaps. It's like, oh yeah, I made 13 bucks today. And I was like super stoked. I'm like, big green day, baby, 20 bucks. I made 20 bucks, huge green day. It's because I was trading with like 10 shares. But my whole journey's right here on YouTube. From beginning to where I am. If you just watch the recaps from all the way back. Like, this is where I was a noob. Like, I had no idea what the hell I was doing. And I'm like recapping. Huge day here, like 40 bucks. Big red day, 50 bucks. It took me like a year and a half to even have my first $100 day. Or two years maybe. Yeah, it was like 2 years into my journey to get my first $100 day. That's crazy. But yeah, my whole journey's right here. So I mean, for those of you who are serious about learning the trade, you guys can watch the ups and downs of everything that you need to go through. And just starting small. It's very important. Starting small is so important. My whole mindset was like, gotta survive until I can develop the skills to start turning the corner and making some money, making some consistent money. And the job isn't done. Every day we're trying to push it. Every opportunity we get. So QURE curling up, not bad, not terrible. Yes, Skull. I do have some pretty good discipline. I'd have to agree, but sometimes I need to. Sometimes I need to. It limits me from pushing my comfort zone when I need to. That's the downside of that. It's like, yeah, I can be consistent as fuck. I can be green every month, green every week. But when the opportunity is there, when we're having hot days, I shy away from taking the big size, like the big size. You know, we're talking inching up to like 5K, 10K days, 15K days. That's the downside of having too much discipline. Too much discipline. Sometimes you gotta break out of that shell. LB says he's been watching since Florida. Man, those are the days. Some good memories of the struggle. The struggle, man. Dude, I would wake up. I would wake up at 6:30 a.m. Trade pre-market, trade the open, stop at 10:30, scramble to get my crap together, get dressed, run to work at 11, and then work from 11 a.m. to about 12 midnight for 5 days a week, waiting tables, or 6 days a week. Actually, it was like 6 days a week, waiting tables. Go to bed at like 1 in the morning, and then wake up at 6:30 in the morning again, trade pre-market, trade the open, work from 11 a.m. to about midnight. I did that for 2 years. 2 years. That was 16-hour days for 2 freaking years. I I don't know how I did it, man. I was exhausted though every day. Uh, and then I would still somehow find time to study on my days off. I would just study, 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 study. So I was working 7 days a week. These were 16-hour days, 7 days a week. Or I'd say 16-hour days, 6 days a week. And then on my day off, I was maybe studying for at least 4 hours or 5 hours. And that was for a good 2 years. Yeah, I'm also, Baja's right. I'm also young, don't have any kids. But yeah, I can imagine it's definitely harder when you have kids because you really can't put in that amount of time. Yeah, nah, discipline is hard. You can scale with discipline, you can lose it. You'll be so grateful you got it. Yeah, that's also true. I'd rather have too much discipline than not have any discipline. If I didn't have any discipline, I would not be here. Absolutely not. So a long time trader quote yesterday: "If you're not nervous in a trade, you're not using enough sides." Yes, I think yes, but it has to be the right market. It has to be the right market. Not every market you want to be pushing max size or pushing even beyond max size. Like some days, like your odds are gonna be like 80%, 80% profit margin. Those days, you know, and you can feel it. You can feel it earlier in the day. You can feel it. It's like, man, every single trade, massive freaking win, like 20 cents, 30 cents, boom, boom, boom. Those are the days like you got to push beyond max size, and that's when you get nervous. You should be. But in some days where it's just like yesterday, it's just choppy as hell. Like I barely even have an edge. You know, if I'm taking max size, like it's just retarded. Like that's just a recipe for disaster. Yeah, Lionel, I've been trying to size up. I'm just kind of waiting to recognize good setups first and sizing in the good setups. This does take time, takes experience. Here we go, QURE. Not bad. Not bad. Zay says he used to trade from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. in Webull back in 2021. Yeah, but back in 2021, there was actually great moves from 4 to 6 a.m. But yeah, nowadays, yeah, it's just, there's nothing. It's just, you might as well just be sleeping. I think it's more when you're a contestant trader. Contestant? Contestant. I guess there's trading contests. Yeah, and I guess if you're in a contest with limited time, you'd want to max that share size as much as possible. We got about 4 minutes to the open as you guys are tuning in to your own trading and signing out. Just make sure you drop that like on the way out and consider subscribing if you're new. I have been looking at NKE, Nike, for a potential swing trade. I want to see a test of this support before I get in. Well, I'm already holding some small shares. Like, I'm already holding small shares, but for me to get the full size, I want to see 68, 69, a test of the support, and then a bounce back up to at least 80, 85 maybe. So a little swing trade there. For you guys who like the swing trade, Tesla, I did scale out of my swing trade, and I will re-enter if it does. If we do get that pullback, if we do get that pullback, I'll scale back in for another test of the highs, or maybe up to 260, 270. Reasoning is because we literally just made a 35-40% move or 38% move in like 2 weeks or less than 2 weeks. So I'm thinking we're gonna need a pullback. Maybe I should have held like a couple shares, like maybe 5% or 10% of my original position, but I didn't. So those are my thought process on that. Nvidia, not in Nvidia. I was looking at it like if we can break back over this level, maybe we can see another test of the high, which we're already kind of doing that. But I don't know. Nvidia's been crazy though. I don't know what other stocks you guys like for swing trade. Yeah, I guess school I am profitable swing trade, but I've only had like 2 trades on the swing trade. I think if they both been Tesla trades too. I think the first Tesla swing trade was like down a couple years, like a year ago. I think it was like in here. This one was like literally 3 shares. Because this was my first swing trade, but it worked out. Here, worked out again. NKE, I kind of saw, and I was like, it looks decent. All right, we got about 30 seconds, so I'm going to sign out here and get into my trading. Good luck.